Brand new reaction now coming into America's newsroom as we are now learning that the Justice Department's review of the Russia probe has turned into a criminal investigation now as investigators dig deeper into how the probe started in the first place. Good morning, everyone. I'm Sandra Smith.
And I'm John Scott in for Bill Hemmer today. Fox News learning of the development from sources familiar with the investigation. The status change gives U.S. Attorney John Durham power to subpoena witnesses, file charges, and impanel fact-finding grand juries.
Here is how Republican Congressman John Ratcliffe explained it just a short time ago.
John Durham had to let Michael Horowitz finish this work. When people read the Inspector General's impending report, it'll be very clear why the Durham investigation has now moved to a criminal probe. The things that we're looking at took place and can be verified before Donald Trump ever put his hand on the Bible and became our president. Bill Barr, was troubled by the lack of a predicate to investigate Donald Trump as a candidate is really what has lit the fuse behind this. What happened here is the Obama administration took a vital national security tool, the Foreign Intelligence Surveillance Act, and they misused it to surveil for political reasons.
We have live Fox team coverage. We will get new reaction from Kellyanne Conway in just a few minutes. But we begin with Griff Jenkins. He's live in Washington. Griff.
Good morning, John. This shift has serious implications for the very reasons you mentioned, the power to subpoena witnesses, empower a grand jury, and file criminal charges. What's unclear, John, is what prompted the shift and when it happened. So here's what we know. In May, Attorney General Barr appoints U.S. Attorney Durham to begin reviewing how the Russia probe began. Then in August and September, Barr and Durham traveled to Italy to investigate. Then on this past Tuesday, we learned the probe has expanded. They want interviews with former DNI James Clapper and former CIA Director John Brennan. All this happening as we also know a November 15th deadline approaches for the DOJ to decide whether or not to charge former FBI Deputy Director Andrew McCabe. Now, reaction here in Washington has been swift. Senate Judiciary Committee Chairman Lindsey Graham says he wants to know a lot more.
Tell us what happened with the FISA warrant application. Was the counterintelligence investigation properly opened? Was there any wrongdoing by DOJ and the FBI? Somebody's got to watch those who watch us. But here's what you can't fix. You can't unring a bell.
But the chairman of the House Judiciary and Intelligence Committees, Jerry Nadler and Adam Schiff, had this warning, writing, these reports, if true, raise profound new concerns that the Department of Justice under Attorney General William Barr has lost its independence and become a vehicle for President Trump's political revenge. If the Department of Justice may be used as a tool of political retribution or help the president with a political narrative for the next election, the rule of law will suffer new and irreparable damage. Meanwhile, John, we got a new letter yesterday from the DOJ Inspector General Michael Horowitz saying his FISA abuse report is, quote, nearing completion, coming very soon. Horowitz also saying it's likely to have very few redactions. So a lot happening this Friday morning. John?
Yeah, fascinating developments in Washington. Griff Jenkins, thank you.